Money cannot buy the honor which you have earned tonight.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's the end of the year, end of 2019. We are moving into 2020. We're here to celebrate it and talk about some of the top Ninja Turtle moments of 2019. We're going to go over a bunch of stuff. I'm going to call it top 5 TMNT moments of 2019, but we'll do some honorable mentions before we get started with the big ones. It's been a fun year for Turtle stuff. It's the 35-year anniversary of the Green Machine, and a lot of stuff went down. So let's go ahead, kick back, and look back at some notable moments. But let's get started. Let's look back, and if I missed anything, let us know down below in the comments section, as a lot of stuff happened. So there's a good chance I could miss some stuff, but let's look at some of these honorable mentions first of TMNT things that happened in 2019. So there was the Rescue Palooza fan-made game that took a lot of elements from old Ninja Turtles video games and combined them into one super game, which is incredibly nostalgic and flows really well. I played it here on the channel during a Q&A, and I've been meaning to play it again with another Q&A video pretty soon. So I thought it was a lot of fun. And if you haven't checked it out, it's free to download. Google search it if you haven't seen that yet. But yeah, Rescue Palooza was definitely a highlight of this year when it comes to Turtle stuff. And speaking of games, the arcade 1-up cabinets that came out this year were also a TMNT highlight of the year. I saw a lot of people picking those up, and man, they look super cool. So definitely wanted to throw those in there to the honorable mentions. Gotta throw NECA into those honorable mentions as well. They're always hitting it hard when it comes to Turtle stuff. My favorite's the 1990 movie stuff they do. I believe they revealed Shredder really early in the year, and then Splinter as well later on. Yeah, they always hit it hard, so definitely gotta throw them in there. We also got some great Ninja Turtles crossover comics this year with Batman Ninja Turtles 3, the conclusion to this crossover, which has been going on for a while now, and I started reviewing it here, never got a chance to finish it up. Maybe I'll go back and do that. That way we can all kind of just go over how it ended and stuff like that. But also, this year it started the Power Rangers Ninja Turtles crossover comic, which has a lot of potential considering both are on Nickelodeon, and maybe it could turn into something else the way the Batman Turtles one did. It seems like this one would be easier to do, just going off of the logistics, I guess. At least that's how I see it. It seems like this one would be easy to do when it comes to something on the screen. This year was also really big for like auction websites revealing some Ninja Turtle thing that just kind of broke the internet. One that comes to mind is the rotting Leonardo suit from Ninja Turtles 3. That was everywhere on all the news sites and stuff, and we talked about it here too, and it was definitely a big memorable moment from 2019 when it comes to the Turtles. Creepy Ninja Turtles costume from Ninja Turtles 3. And also this year on an auction website, what are believed to be the Steve Barron, the director from the 1990 movie, the Hallmark Ninja Turtles miniseries that he was supposed to do. Turtle designs were maybe revealed if these are them. I'm pretty sure these are them. I would be surprised if they were something else, but they could be. But yeah, we got to look at these maquettes, so kind of like the mock-ups of what they were going to look like in that miniseries revealed through some of these auction websites. And this was kind of big too. People had talked about this for a while when some concept art was revealed a few years back, and to see them like this, just a little bit more closer to live action, was just a cool little peek into a moment of time that could have been. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. There was also the Netflix show, The Toys That Made Us, had a Ninja Turtles special, a Ninja Turtles episode this time around, and that was kind of fun to look into and see the Turtles just talked about, you know, on Netflix and stuff. And it's always nice to see the Turtles in as many places as you can, so that was a nice treat. It seems like they're limited on time when it comes to those, like they have to keep the episodes a certain length. So Turtle Power, the documentary that came out a few years back, definitely goes in a lot deeper, but this was a fun, just kind of brisk look into the Turtles that I think is still fun to enjoy, and I thought was a nice treat to have as a Turtles fan. But hopefully one day we get a Turtle Power documentary, but like a part 2, continuing from where that one had left off. That would be pretty cool too. But let's go into the 5 big moments that at least what I thought were the 5 big moments in Turtles this year in 2019. So these are going to be in no particular order. These are just the 5 biggest ones that at least I noticed caused the biggest shockwaves throughout, I don't know, pop culture, or I don't know, Ninja Turtles fandom, I guess. So let's take a look at what they are. I'm going to cheat on the first one and combine 2, but it's animated movies. Early this year, we got an announcement of not just 1, but 2 Ninja Turtle animated movies. One was Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and a Netflix Rise of the TMNT animated movie, which hasn't come out yet, by the way, but it was announced this year. So we'll have to talk about that one a little bit more when it actually comes out. There hasn't been very many details to come out on that one, but the Batman versus the Turtles movie did come out this year, and I thought it was one of the best things to come out of Turtles in a long time. Specifically, the tone. The tone was something I feel like I've wanted to see the Turtles in a long time, and this delivered. The character designs were okay. They kind of look like the 2012 Turtles, but like in 2D in a weird way when you look at it, sort of. And I think the designs are fine. I like the Turtles to look a little different, but what really won me over with this movie was the tone of it. It was funny, and Michelangelo makes you laugh here and there, but it was still serious. And I really hope they do more Turtle stuff like this with like the Netflix deal Nickelodeon just signed. I really hope they use that to their advantage and do some stuff more in the tone of this animated movie. But yeah, it was great. And the end, if you've seen it, left it open for a sequel. So hopefully we get a sequel as well. But there hasn't been any news on that front. But yeah, definitely one of the top biggest moments this year was the announcement of these animated movies and, the arrival of one of them, which was, in my opinion, the best Turtles thing to come out in a long time. Now, the next big thing to come out in 2019 in regards to the TMNT was from the comic books. It's always interesting when a different turtle outside of the 4 brothers gets thrown into the mix. We've seen it in the past with Slash, all those unmade movies where another turtle was supposed to be introduced also that we've heard about in the past. There was Venus de Milo, which happened, but this time we got another turtle by the name of Jenica, this one wearing a yellow bandana. And yeah, it's always a big moment when a new turtle was introduced into the TMNT universe, and this one was no different and made some waves for sure. We'll see where the character's arc goes, but yeah, definitely a big moment of 2019 when it comes to the Turtles. I personally always wanted to see like Venus come back and lead like a rogue group of different turtles, Venus, Slash, maybe like Metalhead, and have them be almost like a group of turtle mercenaries that aren't necessarily good or bad. They'll just do a job for money. And I think maybe you could do something like this with Jenica, maybe even Jenica and Venus and those other 2 turtle characters, Slash and Metalhead or other turtle characters. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see. Maybe even have them get hired to take on the turtles, and it's kind of this weird thing where they have to take on their allies, but they team up with them at times as well. I always thought that would be something cool to see, but we'll see where they take it with this new character. And yeah, one of the bigger moments for sure of 2019. Okay, so the next one is the 100th issue of the Ninja Turtles comics. This is a first for the Ninja Turtles, and a great achievement for everybody that was involved in it and everybody behind the scenes and stuff. Shout out, by the way, to one of the artists that did one of the variant covers for issue 100, Camilo Di Petrantonio. Super cool artist, sent me one of these variant covers. Go check him out on Instagram. He shares a bunch of Ninja Turtles artwork all the time. His take on the Turtles is definitely the style in which I like the Turtles drawn, and yeah, it was just super cool to receive that issue with that variant cover. Now, issue 100 had a bunch of moments within it. I'll probably talk about it on a separate video, all the stuff that went down, but another big Ninja Turtles moment happened in 2019 in this comic that wasn't part of the story, but was in the last pages of the comic, and that was the announcement of a Kevin Eastman, Peter Laird Ninja Turtles comic that's going to be coming out next year. I've seen it in some places as being as long as 25 years since the last time they've worked on a comic together, so this was a big deal for Turtles fans. The two have done appearances together like back in 2014 for the 30th anniversary of the Turtles, but just seeing a project that they're both working on together is really nice and can't miss for Turtles fans. So definitely had to make the top 5, and it came in within issue 100, so get to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone with that one. Shredder's probably one of my favorite characters when it comes to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so naturally I always get pumped up to see what he's gonna be like in every version that we get. And in 2019, the rise of the TMNT cartoon was building up to him. You find out he was a demon that was banished, that they're collecting pieces of armor to resurrect him, and later on in 2019, at the start of season 2, Shredder was resurrected and came back. Now, if you don't watch the show, this Shredder is not what everyone's used to. When he comes back, he's like a rabid animal. He looks like a big monster. They do say something along the lines of, this is not the way they remember him from the stories that were told in the past. Although we had seen images of flashbacks from the past, and he does look like this monster thing, but maybe his attitude was maybe different. But we only got that one episode with him, and yeah, it doesn't look like he was complete, for lack of a better word. Although going off of what I've seen so far, I do prefer more when he's a human form, like in previous iterations, instead of this demon form. But like I said, we haven't seen much of him and what he's gonna be like once he has fully stabilized. So let's see where this one goes. Now let's take a look at the last one. Now, it doesn't get any bigger than the silver screen, so when details about a Ninja Turtles movie reboot came out, it's a big deal, at least to me it was. The reboot was actually reported on in 2018 and made my top 2018 moments video, but this year had people involved with the project speaking out about it in interviews. The producers, Brad Fuller and Andrew Forum, talked about it in an interview with Variety and said that production could start as early as end of 2019, after they were done with the Quiet Places sequel, which is now wrapped up, by the way. Now, I haven't heard anything yet, maybe it got pushed into 2020, but it's still exciting to hear stuff about this reboot. I believe Eastman mentioned something about it at Comic-Con very briefly as well, and the writer of the 1990 movie, Bobby Herbeck, also seemed to bring it up in an interview in 2019. Now, who knows exactly where they are in this process or if anything has changed at all. If you've been watching, you know Viacom and CBS merged in 2019 after all this stuff about the reboot came out, and if I'm remembering correctly, I believe the wording was something like CBS was buying Viacom. Correct me if I'm wrong, but anyways, this merger could mean things changing. We just don't know, and quite possibly we'll never know if something has changed at all if it did. All we can do now is wait. But it was exciting to hear reports earlier in 2019 of the TMNT reboot and how close we are to it actually starting to be produced, if nothing's changed. So as of now, I just look forward to 2020 to see if anything develops, but that's it. That's my top 5 moments. Let's see where this New Year's takes us. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to hit like and subscribe if you are not subscribed yet and you want more Turtles in your life. Happy New Year, everyone. I'll see you guys in a little bit with another video. Take care.
God, I love being a turtle!
Hey Turtle fans, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It's a good way to stay in touch with the channel. And also, if you want, go ahead and give the video a share on your social media platforms, Reddit, Twitter, all that stuff. And let's spread Turtle Mania to the world. Once again, thanks everyone for watching. It really does mean a lot.